have new video just in showing the scale of destruction in Mariupol tonight. Drone footage of just entire buildings charred and gutted. I mean, just look, you see it there. And then imagine this difficult choice. Stay in Mariupol or gain safe passage, but only through Russia. Scott McClain's out front.
It's been 2 weeks since these suitcases were first packed. 2 weeks since Evgeny and Lyudmila escaped the hell of Mariupol to Russia, and then finally to safety in Estonia.
Before now, it was just
Stress.
stress. Here, we're able to really relax. I feel that we are safe here.
They lived across the hall from each other in an apartment building on the northern edge of Mariupol.
For 14 days from the beginning of the war, somehow all the shelling would all fly past us.
But their luck would soon run out. In the relentless bombardment of the city, their building was eventually hit. The damage, though, was limited enough for them to stay, even without power, water, heat, or a cell signal.
When you hear these explosions, you have an idea the direction they're coming from, and you know what you have to do: lay on the ground, run, or sit down. But silence is horrifying.
On day 38, the building was hit again. It was time to leave.
It was impossible to go further into Ukraine. We lived in a different part of the city. There were 2 encirclements around us. As I understand, if we went in that direction, well, the only way to leave was through the Russian Federation, and the only thing we were concerned with at the time was leaving this ring of fire. We didn't have a choice.
They made it to a school in Mariupol, where Russian-backed soldiers were evacuating people east to the village of Sartana. Then, a week later, so-called filtration in Bezimane, where at a site like this one they were searched, fingerprinted, and questioned by Russian soldiers before crossing the border into Russia to the city of Taganrog, likely to the shelter shown here.
It was the first time we took a shower in over roughly 50 days, right?
41 or 40?
With the help of ordinary Russians, they made it to St. Petersburg, then on to Estonia. Their story is part of a larger trend. Most of the 200, sometimes 300 Ukrainian refugees arriving in Estonia every day are entering the country through Russia.
Most of them are coming from Mariupol after having passed the humanitarian corridor. But there are also those who say they have been deported to Russia but have managed to come here, and we accept them all.
On this day, they're catching a train to the Estonian capital after staying at a hostel run by volunteers.
Some were taken by Russians by force from Mariupol to Russia, and later they fled from camps on the territory of Russia. But others go voluntarily.
From Tallinn, they're not sure where they'll go, but they're optimistic.
We will have some difficulties along the way, but if you compare what we went through, everything will be just fine. The future must be better. We don't have another option.
Now, what was especially jarring for these two was the kindness and the generosity they experienced in Russia, the country responsible for bombing their homes and uprooting their lives. Evgeny said that he was so struck by the kindness that he went to church to pray for the people who had helped him, and he's not a religious man. Lyudmila said that this is proof that there are good people in every country, including Russia. Kate?
Unbelievable. Scott, thank you.
Mekong News.